Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
Well, you heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get the hell up out of here. And if we get up out of here early enough, we might be able to watch all 2 hours of Raw because that third hour, I might be asleep. All right. It's time once again for another round of pepper. You know how we do it. 3 topics, rapid fire style, kind of, sort of, not really here to enlighten, engage, and entertain. We're talking about some newsworthy topics that didn't make the cut here on the Sports Bros podcast. Be live. I got one for you right here. Let me put it on full screen so the whole world can see. All right. On this day in history, back in 2019, Robert Kraft, owner of NFL team the New England Patriots, charged with soliciting prostitution as a part of a human trafficking sting operation in Jupiter, Florida. And Robert Kraft has been in Live's penalty box ever since. And speaking of
from day one.
yes, from day one, which means, gentlemen, we're nearing the 3-year anniversary of the Sports Bros podcast, and if I'm not mistaken, we've either passed or been near the 1-year anniversary of us doing this, of you seeing our wonderful, beautiful faces. And B Live, don't say nothing about my forehead, okay? Don't say a damn thing about my forehead. Over to you, Scotty D.
All right, so I know we have, before we came on, we did a little ribbon. B-Lab made fun of Eddie's forehead, and
it's a lot of brains up in this thing,
yeah,
man.
And I referenced that B-Live might be wearing a double X shirt or something to that effect. And honestly, I wish that I was probably 20 pounds less than what I'm carrying around here, which brings me to my point that last week on the show, I said that it looked like 50 Cent gained about 50 pounds. And I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet this past week about fat shaming. And I know that I'm not the only person that poked a little fun at old 50 there. And I'm sure if I would say that to 50 Cent, he might even say something to me about the fact that his wallet is a lot fatter than mine. So a few years ago, the Yankees were in the playoffs, and I went out to watch the game at a bar, and I had my Yankee hat on, and I had my pinstripe shirt on. And at the time, I had not been spending a ton of time at the gym, and I was a little bit round. And I went to the bar, and as I was ordering a drink, the guy next to me points at me and says, "Who's this guy supposed to be, Babe Ruth?" And I know that when he was talking about me, he was not referencing my home run power. He was referencing my physique. And I thought to myself, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty funny. So I apologize to Fitty if I'm hurting feelings about the old bro ribbing when it comes to, bros rib each other. We make fun of each other, do a little poking fun. So America, let's not completely forgo our sense of humor, okay? Because if a guy calls me Babe Ruth because I'm chubby, it's pretty funny. Be Live, over to you.
That sounds like something from Boston that somebody would say something like that.
Yeah.
But and I'm not apologizing. I know I'm fat, and 50 Cent was chunky. I don't care. Man, he got paid millions of bucks for his performance. He knew where he was at. 50 Cent had no shame in his game whatsoever. I promise you, 50 is all right. Shoot, he doing much better than the majority of it. Yeah. With that being said, speaking of situations that are doing a little bit better than others, but still gotta, let's talk about it. Brian Flores, while he does not have a head coaching job, he's still suing the NFL. He does have a job, and it's with now the Pittsburgh Steelers as
he's coming to town. He's coming to town
as their linebackers coach. And it's fitting enough that one of two of African American coaches decides to give Brian Flores a job and also allows him to pursue his lawsuit against the NFL. NFL, do better. And as far as what's going on in Miami, do a lot better. And I can't wait for that game. I can't wait for the NFL schedule to be released because Pittsburgh is already slated to travel to Miami. I will be watching that game, Steelers Dolphins in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. I will be watching. And boy, I feel like Brian Flores has an axe to grind. He has a chip on his shoulder when he goes against his former team. Has on more ways than one. He wants that money and he wants to beat them senseless. Eddie Cool, the ball.
Which means during this here fantasy football season upcoming for next year, I better go ahead and try to get dabs on Jalen Waddle early and often. Yes. I want him. I got to have him. Jalen Waddle. You know how he does a little penguin waddle? Anyways. All right. Sticking with football. Got some news this morning, all right? The XFL, Scotty D's favorite spring football league. I got to put on gallery view. Let's do this again. Let's see. Look at this here. Look at this. I was gonna see. I'm gonna mention it again. The XFL. See what Scotty does. This is great. This is great. All right, the XFL and the NFL, Scotty D, the real football league that you like.
I like them.
Yep, they have agreed on a partnership. All right. All right, the XFL is partnering with the NFL for innovation of player safety. All right, I'm reading this according to thescore.com, and it goes as follows. They have agreed to a partnership centered around innovating the sport and protecting the health of players. And it says, we're bringing forward an XFL that is progressive and forward-thinking when it comes to innovation, leveraging the newest technology to enhance game day experience. The XFL co-owner and chairwoman, Danny Garcia, Rock's ex-wife, said in a statement. She said, we have an open field for innovative rules to enhance in-game access. Sharing insights and practices between the XFL and the NFL will do a tremendous amount of good for the game and football and support the player ecosystem overall. XFL president Russ Brandon told ESPN Kevin Seifert, is he related to George? That the league will act as a petri dish. If you, I don't like where that sounds. As a petri dish for the NFL, nothing good comes out of petri dish. For the
sounds
NFL,
gross.
Yeah, sounds nasty. For the NFL to try out innovative ideas surrounding safety, officiating rules, and development. All right. 2023 February, the XFL is set to resume. All right. So this should be interesting to see the partnership between the two, because from the looks of it, the forbidden door of football has been opened. Over to you, Scotty D.
So it's next February is when the XFL's starting up? Not even this year?
This year, the USFL, speaking of the USFL, they've had jersey reveals, uniform colors, and all that stuff. The USFL is like moving quick, fast, in a hurry. So Scotty D will have some spring football to watch in the meantime.
The pageantry. Oh, the pageantry.
And does Pittsburgh have a team? USFL team?
I hope not.
Oh, they do. But go ahead. Over to you, Scotty D. He's going to be there. He's going to get cheap tickets.
Okay, so last week, on Tuesday, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh Penguins, scored his 500th career goal, as well as his 50th goal against the Philadelphia Flyers in a come-from-behind win, and he got the assist from Evgeny Malkin. All like just perfect stuff. To do it against the Flyers, 50 against the Flyers, 500 against the league, and getting the assist from Malkin. He became the 46th player in NHL history and the second active player, the other being Ovechkin, to cross the 500 career goal. He joins Mario Lemieux as the only other Penguin to hit that. Penguins are now in fourth in the Eastern Conference after a controversial loss to Carolina. That, by the way, I'm giving you props. The Hurricanes won 3 in a row, including one on Sunday against the Penguins. But, much like Green Bay, where they were spoiled all those good years with Brett Favre and then all those good years with Aaron Rodgers, I feel very spoiled as a hockey fan who had all the years of Mario Lemieux, just bridge right into all these years with Sidney Crosby. It's been a pleasure watching Sidney Crosby, and I look forward to watching him raise the Stanley Cup here this summer. Be live. Over to you. Oh yeah, it's true. It's damn true.
You smell that, Be Live?
No, all I know is I feel there's a storm surge approaching. Category 5, baby. Them Hurricanes gotta love it. I guarantee you. Yeah, push come to shove, I'm going to a playoff game this year. There's nothing like a home game at PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. God, I love that. That's like those. Man, oh man, would it be interesting to be Hurricanes versus Penguins
Could happen.
In the Eastern Conference Finals? Man,
It could happen. It could happen.
Might have to work something out there, you know.
I would welcome that because the Penguins have been losing first round playoff games the last couple of years. I would love to face anybody in the Eastern Conference Finals, but go ahead. I digress.
But B-Live, I won't let you be alone and getting cussed out this time in Pittsburgh. I won't let you.
I appreciate that. But this time, no. Scotty D, you're coming to Raleigh this time. You know, you're coming to my area this time. We'll work on that if that happens. So, pepper point number 2. Major League Baseball.
Oh God.
Please, somehow, some way, just get this, please. Can we all just get along? But in the midst of all of this, you know, there's a controversy between the owners and the players. And part of this, they're actually exploring what Scotty D loves in all sports, is an expanded playoff.
For the love of God, I mean.
Hey, let's play a game real quick. XFL.
Baseball expanded playoff.
I mean, leave things alone. Leave them alone. Some things are fine. Leave them alone. You know? I mean, what do they want the whole league to play? Baseball already doesn't have enough time to play because they go cold weather to cold weather and they're outside. Leave it alone. Go ahead, B-Live.
So, simply put, I just wanted to see the look on his face because the owners have proposed a 14-team postseason.
Yeah.
And the players have countered with a 12-team setup. And with most reports saying that it's most likely going to lead towards a 14 team because there's more money to be made for everyone. And there, at the end of the day, everything that's going on right now is money, and more money, and on top of money. Yeah. So more playoff games, more money. They're already getting TV revenue of $1.76 billion
with a B
year from Fox, ESPN, and TBS. That's already set in place through 2028. And of course, you add more playoff games, that probably is going to grow even more. But money, please agree on something. We need baseball. Eddie Cool, the ball.
I got the ball. I would like to catch a pop fly, but there's no one in Florida hitting a baseball, and I'm just standing here hoping and wishing there's a can of corn coming into my glove. All right, so if you've been paying attention to me, Eddie Cool, also known as Edwin Vereen, you've probably heard this voice on WOBL Radio for WOBL, WDLW Sports up here in good old Lorain, Ohio. And I want to say this. It's been an absolute pleasure with Dave Rivera, and shout out to Don Vincent for allowing me to hop on the color commentary team. Also, shout out to John Gudzik as well too, and everybody at WOBL, WDLW Radio. All right. It's been fun. It's been a blast doing color commentary, and hopefully I'll come back and do it again next year. A little quick plug right fast. I'm going to post some Coaches Corner interview links where I've interviewed some of the coaches throughout the LCA throughout the course of the season, the boys and girls coaches as well too, and also some of my games that I've color commentaried as well too. Something for you to check out and love as well too. Oh, but guess what? Just because I'm not doing color commentary at the moment, because that could change at a moment's notice. As I was leaving the gym, a few days ago, I got a call from the one, the only Vince McKee, and he said, "Hey Eddie, what you doing Tuesday night?" I was like, "Nothing." He said, "Hey, you want to cover some high school girls basketball games, write articles?" I said, "Sure, no problem." So with that being said, later on tonight, I'll have not only one, but two games covered, all right? We at the St. Joe's Jaguars at 13-8 versus the Hathaway Brown Blazers at 16-7. And the other half of the doubleheader will be the Wadsworth Grizzlies at 14-7 versus the Medina Mighty Battling Bees at 16-7. Girls basketball is very good. They play a very good, fundamentally sound game, and I'm looking forward to cover that game for Key On Sports Media Group. Your boy is double dipping. Your boy is living his dreams. Thank you for everybody for the support. I appreciate it, and I've only just begun. Over to you, Scotty D.
Speaking of girls basketball, let's go Lady Hillers of Trinity High School.
Let's go Hillers.
Setting their beginning playoffs Tuesday night. All right. So Austin Cindric won the Daytona 500. That's all I have to say about that. Now getting back to B Live's, because I want to talk about something that I care about, which B Live mentioned the Major League Baseball thing. So they're saying now that they need to have this deal done by February 28th, which is next Monday, if they are to be able to start the season on March 31st to get it on time. Because I think they're saying they need a minimum of 3 weeks of the spring training to get the season underway on time. And they left on Monday, they left way apart again. The owners came up on some numbers, and the players hate the idea of what they're bringing to the table, but they are determined they're all going to hang in there. They're going to meet again Tuesday. They're all going to be trying to bang out a deal down in Jupiter, Florida. They have all week up until Monday, the 28th, to get it done. And baseball, I'm telling you, you better get it done, because there's a lot of guys like me, fat Babe Ruth lookalikes who have nothing else going on in their lives. And we need you in the summer, these long summer nights, waiting for NFL training camps to start. Baseball, do the right thing. Get it done. I know you squandered 40-some days over Christmas break. Get the deal done. Quit being greedy, because I got nothing else to do in the summertime. Do better. Be live. Get me out of here.
All right. Third and final pepper pump. Before I get into that, give a quick shout out to the Lady Chiefs of North Myrtle Beach High School. Once a chief, always a chief. Advancing to the third round of the state playoffs. They'll be traveling to North Augusta on Wednesday for a rematch of where they played last year. And we want the Lady Chiefs to make it back again to the state championship. Wishing them the best of luck. And definitely quick shout out to their star, Destiny Vereen. I believe she's 9th grade. She's in the 9th grade and leading the team.
There's that Vereen name again.
Now, I'm telling you, love it, want some more of it. My third and final pepper point, going back to the NFL, because I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You just don't like the business. That's what it is. You like the sport. You just like the business.
Yeah, because it's the business end of this we need to talk about. So there's talks about a good group of players boycotting the NFL Combine that is starting next week.
Yeah.
And because of the bubble concepts that they're putting in place in Indianapolis that will keep prospects from interacting with their personal trainers, doctors, nutritionists, and agents while in Indianapolis. Right now, is looking at a group of agents representing more than 150 of the 324 invited prospects. They have pushed back, saying that they will hold their players out of combine drills and interviews if the league does not relent on these plans. On top of that, the NFL Players Association, they issued a memo supporting the idea of players skipping the combine, describing the combine as antiquated, and the entire existence of the combine they have long opposed. So the players union don't want the combine anymore. The agents are now talking about boycotting. And what does that leave us as a fan? We want football. It's the combine. I want to see these 40 times.
So we can talk about it.
I just want to see how. Hey,
So you can watch them measure their hands and
the verticals.
how many of those little things they can hit
I
when they
want
jump
it.
high in the air. There's little colored slots. Because that goes a long way to determine how good you're going to be at football.
I know, Scotty D, but man, come on. Just feel like there's just the more we get into it, the more they take away from us. We don't have baseball already. They can't get it together. Now they're taking away a part of football that keeps us in the know. This is a part that we talk about. Somebody shines in the combine every year and puts their name from down here all the way up here. You know, I mean, and so it does not work for the majority of the players. They get judged more on what they were doing on the field. But every now and again, there's a linebacker that hits a 4.40. Probably your boy Micah Parsons probably got some props from the combine. So I'm just saying, come on, man. Stop taking stuff away from us. Stop being so overprotective. And just
quit worrying about expansion.
You know what Paul Mooney says? So you start enjoying something, they take it away from you. They take it away from you. Don't like me too much. Don't take me away from you too. Yeah. Don't take me away from you too.
Oh, NFL. I feel like it's not a labor strike or anything like that. I get it. I think the NFL it's somewhat good rapport, essentially. The COVID-19 and the testing they've all they only test now that if somebody's showing symptoms, but they still want to protect, but they don't want to protect. But then on top of that, want to keep people in the bubble, but they're not in the bubble. Agents can talk to their players via Zoom, just like we're doing right here. So I don't understand why the agents are mad. I'd understand if I was a player and I didn't have access to my personal trainer and my nutritionist. Mm-hmm. Them, I would need them to have a little bit more. I'd be like, hey, bro, you fixed me a snack. I appreciate it. So I mean, my trainer. So I don't.
What they should do is they should take the Daytona 500 away from us. That's what they should do.
Oh boy, you will have a whole region of the country hot.
Man,
Austin Cindric, the legendary Austin Cindric, gets the win at Daytona.
Bubba Wallace, second place. He was not happy, by the way. But I completely forgot there was a Daytona 500. Not even gonna lie to you. Completely just had no clue. Like that, yeah. All right.
Well, that could be easily explained. That's because that event sucks. And in closing,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another action-packed and very fun and entertaining and good-spirited episode of the Sports Bros Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it because we enjoy recording it and we enjoy putting it out. And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can do something nice for someone else, they'll greatly appreciate it now more than ever. Lord knows I'm tired. I don't think I'm going to sing today, but we about to get up out of here. Thanks for watching another episode of the Sports Bros Podcast. Girl, you know I love you. Oh, baby. I lied. I couldn't help myself. Hey, bye. See y'all. Take care. Next week. Be good. B.I., take us out of here.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.